It was a big fight.
It was a big fight.
Nice.
Freaking
Nice.
Cello went pretty hard, but then got sad when she got targeted.
Yeah, I got a big boo boo.
Gerbo got possessed. That happened.
Right.
As per usual,
that
freaking
guy was so bad.
Aphelion unleashed all the arrows, literally all of them.
Right.
And the double-bladed scimitar at some point, I believe.
I mean, it always comes out at some point.
Yeah. So that was a thing for sure. So the force choke happened. Brondir critted a couple of times. He critted twice in one round at one point.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was awesome.
pretty wild.
Yeah.
I had the Helm of Telepathy, and the spirit crit failed against it.
Mm-hmm.
And I had him the Maestro, and I commanded him to show us where the piano was. So that's a thing. And we defeated the Devourer and all of his spirits. I believe he melted like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Basically, I mean, he kind of blew up into a bunch of pieces.
Yes.
So-
What was his attack called? Something claws?
Ethereal claws.
Ethereal
claws.
claws.
With the little green claws that I drew on your character, and your character got upset because she didn't like it.
Well, it follows the typical pattern for combat for you guys, where Shella gets targeted and it gets really hurt, and then everyone kills everything else.
Yeah. I didn't mean for my character to become the tank. I was
Apparently.
like, Brondir for that, but also Chella's kind of half of the tank now. So.
Well, Chella's usually Chella ends up being the memorable outside of Gerbo.
Yeah, for sure.
You're
Yeah,
both kind of squishy.
Gerbo was agile, which proved beneficial for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We all leveled up, so I hope everybody is excited about that.
Yeah.
Has their hit points been reflective of their level up?
I didn't do that.
Mine have. Yeah.
Yeah, mine. I'm at 63, so that's good for me.
Right.
That's literally like one Brondir attack.
That's not bad.
Like one Felix throw, and I'd be done ski.
Let me see. Just to parse its information, select features and traits.
Can we do a fun little recap of what everybody got out of the level up?
I have recapped it below. I am now.
You got a feat.
I am now sneaky naughty. Sneakier than before, allegedly. I can slink through shadows.
That's right.
Nice. I got another 5th level spell slot. I got a little bit extra temporary HP on my symbiotic entity feature whenever I come out of my wild shape. So that's nice.
That's
and my Halo of Spores does more damage than it used to. That's my reaction on my turns to deal kind of free damage. And I got this ability called Spreading Spores. So I can move those spores that do damage away from me. I can throw them to a location on the battlefield where they do damage each time. So that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Zach's still figuring out what he wants to do with Brondir.
I think I got it. I'm looking for what I read last time, which is where I can talk with my spirit animal.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Good point.
Oh.
Nature's Veil.
Oh, nice. You and Gerbo both. Y'all are so sneaky now.
This is great.
That's very handy.
No, out of character, I think Athelion and I, we should figure out some sort of like unexpected sneaky ass duo. Like very unexpected, but like I could see that being quite fun to play. We could literally go around killing all of like the leaders around the world.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, Thalion doesn't really have a good motivation for that right now.
But like, what if we also hunted?
Gerbo's like, that's Gerbo's pitch. Literally, Gerbo's like, but we could also hunt.
Hunting, but it's
It's the most dangerous game.
it's dangerous game.
We'll hunt
That's
the most
right.
dangerous game.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Actually, that's way outside of Gerbo's normal repertoire, but I'm into it.
Yeah. Oh, my thing was the commune with nature. It's just that the spell didn't have the feature or the trait attached to it, and it's that when I do commune with nature, like my beast will come out or appear and give me the information that I seek. The commune with nature is a super powerful spell.
That's cool. Can you display it so I can read it? That's not one that I have.
It's a 5th level, which is nuts to me. There we go.
So do you cast spells?
You can cast spells, yeah.
I don't have spell slots though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very weird.
It's just part of his multi-classing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's part of the ritual or the.
Right. You cast it as a
Totem warrior.
ritual,
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
which doesn't expend a spell slot, I believe.
Oh, that's really cool. That's very handy. Ooh, you can help Chella with her foraging. You can you can tell plants that I'm looking for are nearby.
Nice. You're right.
It's funny, Jen.
Yeah.
Like I need poblano peppers.
Wait. This is actually the same. Isn't this the same spell Aphelion had? Or no, maybe I'm thinking of Zeke. I'm thinking of Zeke because he used it before in the other campaign. That's right.
Oh my gosh, look at Willow looking at Zach. That is so cute.
Hello, I'm here.
So because this is just a trait, does that mean I don't have to I can use it multiple times without recharging? I mean, it says casting time is 11 minutes, but
it says casting time on here is a minute.
I might not have copied all the way. It's 11 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you could cast it as a spell, and it would be a minute.
Yeah.
Casting time.
So that might be the thing. Is like in real life, it would take a lot more time to Rondir to conjure up that ability rather than just Zeke making it happen. Cool. Yeah. Also, the music box storyline. I guess we kind of get all that, but that was a fun little thing.
That's right.
Nice. Well, that's handy.
You just cast it perpetually for a day and just are aware of everything happening within 3 miles.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's kind of like my other spells that I have. Never really had to keep track of them. It just says I can do it.
Yeah. The only other things I would mention for the recap, again, like Zach brought up, the whole music box thing. And on top of that...
Oh, heck, I forgot about that, yeah.
On top of that, there is... you guys have learned about this place is that they were used... I mean, it used to be a bunch of druids who lived here and use this a combination of music and runic and like druidic magic together to perform magic of their own. And you know, based on some documents you found, that was kind of like what the cultists were keeping for themselves was evidently there used to be a gate here, or this place is a thin place, but it was evidently sealed away at some point in the past.
Okay.
And the piano opens the portal.
That's what they were thinking, yes.
And we also found those 3 buttons with druidic symbols on the base of
Mhm.
each of the statues in the mortuary that we're in.
Oh, I feel like this is a dungeon in Skyrim.
Right.
Yes.
Essentially, you need to find.
Is the combination on a claw somewhere?
No.
That would be amazing.
It's on the bottom of the Maestro's shoe.
What were you going to say, Drew? We need to find what?
I was just saying that it has to. I mean, obviously, it revolves around music, and there's some sheet music you've already found.
Yep.
I did tell you though the sheet music you brought down, however, when you guys looked at these, is that not all of the symbols don't perfectly like coincide.
Right. Okay. It was established that I cannot.
I don't think I do. Frondir, your folk hero?
Possibly. I don't know. I can roll for performance.
Okay.
It should be under your features and traits, though, right?
I could roll for performance.
If you have something like if you have actual like proficiency in an instrument.
Yeah, or proficiencies in language.
Let's see. I don't see any. My barbarian proficiencies are intimidation, and perception. No, I don't see anything like that.
I wonder if we could have the Maestro help us here.
Oh, that's a nice thinking out of the box thought.
Yeah, because if none of us can do it, he is a person that is proficient. But I don't know how should we how do y'all think we should convince him? Obviously, I can talk to him, but he's a ghost, so he can
Well,
only
what is our objective? Are we going to try to find the piano and the portal and like destroy it more, or because it seems like it's not open? It seems like they were just trying to open it. Like, what are we? Out of curiosity's sake, discovering the mystery, or
What's the goal? We could light it on fire.
just make sure that it's still closed down?
Maybe we should ask the Maestro what's behind it.
Do it.
Keep in mind that when Gerbo entered his mind, it was there was a pretty good impression that there was no. He doesn't really remember everything.
Oh, that's right.
His memories are very like scattered and obscure. Like visually, I represent as obscured by fog, but he doesn't really have many memories.
Okay. So something could be wrong, and he doesn't know it. So maybe it's worth just looking at the portal.
Also, another thing to keep in mind was the music he has. There's a connection between him and the music box, but you don't really know the full nature of it.
I think the music box is like possessing him, and that the possession was preventing us from destroying it or shooting it. That's how I received his reaction towards the music box.
Well, because he wasn't like in anguish over it, right? But he was like entranced by it. I can't remember. Yeah. So, did anybody try to press the buttons?
Not yet. That was where we left off.
Right.
I'm gonna go press just one of the buttons. I'll pick. You said there's 3 on each thing.
Correct.
I'm just going to start with, I'm just going to go right into the middle and push the one on the left.
You press the one on the left, and the statue lets out a note, a sound of a note. Like it
Press-
sounds like a person,
Yeah.
think like a choir.
Yeah. But it's a single note.
Vocal. Yeah.
And then I press the next one.
It plays a note that is similar, but it's lower in the register.
Mhm.
And then the third one.
That one is also even lower.
So would you say that they are chromatically lower? Like in steps?
Right.
Okay. So
I wonder if the music that we can make out of these statues is going to correlate with the music box.
I think that's a very good idea.
or the sheet music that we saw
Or
upstairs.
the sheet music we saw upstairs. That's good.
We
That's
thought
good.
about that, but then remember that like not all the symbols from the music are on these statues. Like there are some that are missing on the statues that are present on the sheet, right, Drew?
Maybe
Well,
present on the
yeah.
maybe they're missing on the specific statue that we were looking.
I thought you said
Well-
they're on the sheet, but not on the dirt.
Correct. They were on the sheet, but not on the statues. And whenever you guys were investigating, I just assumed you were investigating all the statues. You weren't investigating
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Like,
So
and that was just you visually looking at it. This is the first, like Brondir obviously press buttons on them for the first time. Right. Okay.
go to the one. Go to. Yeah.
They're different notes. Like, okay, so you're going to, like, I assume Zach wants to go over here. Once you go over here,
Yeah. I want you to press the farthest one and see like if it's lower or higher.
when you press it, they are much higher than the notes that were made from the middle statue.
And I see
The front
Gerbo's already
press.
over here, but let's press him on that one that just got pinged to see if they're low.
They are exceptionally lower than
Cool.
the middle.
So we've got him going from low to high, like in this section so far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We had went upstairs to grab the sheet music that was on the table.
Oh yeah, you went Billion, right?
Cello says, oh, sorry.
Because you had
Okay.
like extra speed or something.
Okay.
Cello says, I may not read music, but I think I know somebody who can. I
Okay.
think Bertrand can probably read this.
Oh, nice.
Look at
Interesting.
that.
So she turns inwardly and calls out to Bertrand. She envisions his library.
Okay.
Nice.
It takes a few minutes, a lot longer than it has in the past, but eventually you find yourself seated in front of his you find yourself in the seat in front of his desk in his office, books stacked everywhere, papers all over the place. And you see Bertrand kind of having his hands in a pyramid like so. Well, I must say I'm rather surprised that you came back so soon.
I need your help. We need your help. Can you read music?
Yes, I can. What kind of music?
I have no idea.
Well, very well.
And Cello like picks up the sheet music that Aphelion laid out and looks at it to try and kind of connect Bertrand to it.
Now, this is not ideal, as we are not bonded. I don't exactly have perfect vision here.
It's okay. Brondier's gonna sing it to her.
I just mean like maybe maybe that's your cue. um,
I think Chella and Bertrand have they just had a huge fight and have both been mutually hesitant to bonding. So I don't think this is the moment.
Like, this
Not
ain't
the
it.
moment.
Like, this ain't it.
This ain't it, Chief.
all right. Well, I have an idea. If Bertrand is incapable of helping,
Do you think Felix can read?
Oh, I was just going to use what's it called? The deductive selection or whatever. I was going to
Deductive reasoning?
deductive reasoning. I'm going to find the highest note and the lowest note, and then count how many notes per statue, then notes per page, and it was going to be really complicated. So,
Well, there's seven statues, and there's 3 notes on each. So there's only, 21.
21 notes.
There's 21 notes.
So then count the notes on the page, how many different types there are.
That presumes that they span 21. If they span less than 21, then there will be multiple ranges through which we'd have to play the same arrangement of notes.
Right. And so if it goes, if the symbols don't repeat on the page, then maybe those are played, and the ones that aren't on the sheet are not the ones that are played, or the ones that are on the statue but aren't on the sheet aren't ones that are played. It's just as easy as that. I don't know. Just matching tones.
Not using the sheet music.
Hmm.
And we can see if it follows the
Sure.
pattern of up and down.
Let me roll for Bertrand.
Okay.
Though he's going to have disadvantage.
Is that what kind of roll will you make for that? I'm curious from a mechanic standpoint because this
Just
is
a d20.
Okay.
I'm just rolling. It'd be like you're rolling an investigation or perception roll, except he's going to have disadvantage, and he happened to roll 2 9s. Incredible. So he says,
Fudge. I just fudge roll. I don't know.
it has been some time. You have to forgive me. It has been some time since I've seen these sorts of notes. They seem to have runic inscriptions laid atop them. Is that correct?
Yes, they're druidic runes. I can read the runes, but I don't understand how these notes relate to each other. I don't know anything about music.
It's a scale. A few scales.
Why would they have combined the druidic runes with the scales? Does that allow some kind of spell to be cast if you play in a certain key? No, sorry. Jet's been reading music since she was 5.
Yeah, maybe I
Fair.
should take over this. I literally know jack shit about music.
Perfect. That would be Cella. Perfect then.
Yeah.
Says, I can imagine Bertrand being kind of shocked by Cella saying like different keys and stuff. He's like, whoa.
Yeah. Oops.
What is this double sharp?
Yeah. I don't know why they would have.
Would you call it a Mixolydian scale?
Yeah.
Are they melodic?
The minor 7.
Are they in parallel motion?
Right, and then an awful time signature.
Yeah, it's so funny, Chad.
I believe that it is a way of mapping out the notes to the notes to the runes. Perhaps it's more of a key. A cipher, perhaps.
I see. Chella kind of like brings herself back into the real world and says to everyone, Bertrand thinks that the sheet music is just really a cipher. I wonder if Gerber and Brondier's theory about the music box is the way that we should go. Try to reproduce the melody on the statues.
Shella, whenever you're talking about the music box, the Maestro floats over to you guys with renewed curiosity. Like up until this point, as you guys have been messing around, he's kind of just been more zoned out, I guess would be the right word for it. He actually is kind of enjoying you guys just hitting the notes, it looked like. But anyway, now he's kind of roused.
Okay.
And that seems to resonate with our spectral friend. And she kind of mentally returns to Bertrand and says, very well, thank you. I appreciate you coming to help me.
I wish to apologize. I was out of turn. I let my own despair get to me.
I can understand that. I can't say that I'm ready to forget what you did and what you said, and I feel no differently than what I expressed to you. But it does mean something that you are here to help, and I thank you.
All right. So, what are you guys going to do now?
Are these
Figure out the melody thing.
real quick? Are these boxes? Are they tombs?
They are crypts, yes. Or yeah, I guess they're called crypts, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
Tombs are.
Do any of the symbols on? Are there symbols on those crypts? And if so, do they match anything on the sheet?
There are symbols on the crypts. However, they are not like say musical in any way.
Okay.
Rather, they look like they are written in what looks to be essentially the druid's own kind of language, or perhaps their own language.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right.
Another zombie.
So we have, there's how many of us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really 5 of us.
And there's 7 openings.
Mm-hmm.
But I counted him though. Because I don't know if the Maestro can help us. There are no physical bodies that I can resurrect.
On this floor.
There's some cultist bodies you can go to on the other floors.
On the other floor.
All right. Sure.
You gonna go up there?
And
like
actually, hold on.
Hold up.
Let me. Actually, let's go back to the second floor first, or the main floor, I guess.
Oh, hello.
And I'm gonna drop these guys in real quick.
Oh,
Yeah.
we brought.
And we back.
I forgot we brought friends.
Yeah, let's use our.
So
our
these,
people.
so Dahlia, and Titus and Leo have entered, and I do want to say that as you guys have came in, the blood stains, the bones, they're all gone now.
Oh, interesting. The house is like cleaning itself.
The house seems to be cleaning itself.
It's cool.
So as you go, like, I'll just go ahead and put you over here, I guess, or right here.
Okay.
So, and yeah, of course, the Maestro will follow.
Right.
But as you guys come up, you see Dahlia has kind of sat herself by, kind of leaned herself against some of these crates back here, and is kind of just nursing one of her legs.
Oh.
And she looks up and sees you guys and says, "Oh, looks like the job's done."
Chella, yeah.
Leo will be the first to notice the Maestro, and he's gonna let out a little yelp. What is that? Is that another ghost?
So the spirit of the house, he's been more than kind to help us expel whatever is in this area. And I think that there's something else for us to really determine about this place. We need your help if you're capable of moving.
Chella casts the healing spirit for Dahlia and her companions.
Nice. So yeah, all of them looked a little rough, like a little roughed up, but yeah, a healing spirit. Just a little bit of time passes, and Dahlia is on her feet again. She says, thank you. That's appreciated. Titus will say next, all right, what do you need us to do?
Well, come downstairs. It's much easier to show you than to explain here.
All right. Titus just no hesitation, just walks. He even just walks through the Maestro. Essentially, he's not really afraid.
He's a man of action.
Yep. Leo is behind Dahlia as they go down a bit more hesitantly. So, you guys are going to go and grab the music box. Is there anything else you would want to do or see? Oh yeah, you want to pick up another zombie.
Well, we don't need it.
Zimbo.
I guess
Oh, yeah.
I guess you don't need one now though.
Pick him up.
I just do it anyway.
Pick him up.
Which one? I guess the
actual cultist.
Well, there's a few of them over here.
These guys, these wild looking guys. Oh, I gotta get my selector. These guys.
Okay. I'll just create more copies of this. So
Cool.
you've got one more.
Boom.
They're under my control for 24 hours.
Oh crap! I forgot. Gotta have a.
You know what? Heck, I'm about to get a rest. I animate a couple more.
Whoa.
So I have a little entourage.
So how many dead people do you have behind you?
I think I wanna make it 3.
Whoa. So now it's you and 3. Drew's gone.
Uh-oh, we lost our DM.
Did Drew become one of the animated dead that you created?
Music appeared right as he left.
He was probably setting up our music.
Oh, I hear the music actually.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah, because that's kind of how it's working. She's sending her spores. She sends the life spores back into the bodies. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it, Brett.
Yes.
Hey, Drew. Did you hear all that?
No, what happened was I clicked on. So I have a bunch of bookmarks on my browser.
Uh-huh.
So I accidentally clicked the Netflix bookmark.
Oh no.
So away from the page I went.
Did you hear the discussion about like the mechanic of Chella's animate dead?
I caught the very end of it, but from it sounds like it's like, a fungus that kind of that Chella controls inside the zombie. Is that right?
Yeah, Brett, the way Brett described it, I love that. I think that's right.
It's like a puppet.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so therefore it like doesn't violate the whole like life-death balance that she serves. Yeah, unlike necromancy.
I was wondering how what you were doing differed from that because you were very like anti bringing people back to the dead.
Chella hates necromancy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She hates
Right.
it. But bodies are just, to her, they're just kind of organic matter. They're just,
Mhm.
you know, the thing that decays after the soul leaves. So
Whereas
she's
the necromancy that the Devourer and his gang were doing was more like sort of the reverse, where it was a collective of souls brought together,
Mhm.
and they were
Mhm.
controlling several bodies.
There we go. That helps with
Anyway.
that helps. I used all my 3rd level spell slots thinking that we're about to get a rest soon. And so I now have the one guy animated downstairs and 2 more of these guys from up here following me. So
Okay, so here they are. I'm just gonna these are
Cool.
them.
Gerbo's down.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
There you go. That's great, actually. Gerbo is downstairs and has not noticed that the number of zombies is multiplied.
Cool. So,
just letting everybody know.
what are you? Are you guys going to look for anything else, or are you going to just grab the music box, or what?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We can always go back upstairs.
Yeah, true. Then let me copy paste these guys. Yes, it will. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. That is lore we don't know.
She was very awkwardly, painfully flirting with him. Anyway, it was pretty great. What's really funny is that entire Leo and Titus were unnamed NPCs as part of a random social encounter I rolled, and it ended up becoming a 3-session thing. Yep.
That's amazing.
And my camera stopped working.
Oh no.
Drew's and he's having all of the IT issues that the Pattersons have had.
Yeah. Okay, let me go and grab.
Thankfully, we've been fine IT wise.
The past few times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hit or miss there for a while.
I have an idea.
Okay.
All right, so we come here, and I'm going to direct everybody to find a statue to stand in front of.
I'm gonna move the Devourer's body a little bit.
I am,
anyway.
Gerbo's in front of this one. I'm taking the low register.
Okay.
No.
Good.
Damn,
good
that would have been
I'll
fun
just
as hell.
tell you right now, there was no loot. There was just a dirty giant cloth that he used as a cloak.
Nice.
Awesome.
So
anyway, so Dolly is going to be up here. I'm gonna put Titus by Brondir, I guess.
Okay, so we're fully
Leo's gonna be
stacked.
down here.
all right. The
Maestro
yes.
is actually getting more visibly excited as he's seeing what you guys are doing.
Okay, so everybody's in line, and I'm going to look to the Maestro and say, Maestro, we need you to do your job.
Oh shit, Zach.
The notes. You tell us the order, and we will play them.
Okay.
That's such a good idea.
He's kind of shocked, Brondir, whenever you address him like that, but
Yeah, that's good thinking.
he kind of nods his head like, yeah. So let me find it. Let's see here.
This is gonna be great. This is so fun.
That's a great. Yeah, that's
This is so
very
fun.
good thinking. Good puzzle.
We're all about to get a music degree.
It's really great that we had 7 people. I mean, even if you had the if we even did have your spells, cello.
True.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
That's great. That's
No, that I would have allowed it to a degree.
I'll allow it.
He could use his nosy.
So, question: what are you guys wanting him to play, or is he just are you just wanting him to direct what he wants to do?
Yeah, that's what I want.
Okay.
So we don't know exactly what this will bring. That could, and I assume with your memory, you may not either. But whatever comes to you, you tell us, and we will follow.
So he looks at his hands and he raises them up and he gestures he begins to make his gestures and telling people, well, indicating to people what to press. So like he'll point to Dahlia first, and then he'll point to Titus, and then he'll point to Brondir, and then he'll start incorporating more and more people until you start hearing a melody. And this is where we go to Discord, I think.
Okay.
Intermission.
Intermish. Send us the link again. Sorry.
Let me see. I guess I could link it to YouTube. That's fine too.
Nice.
I'll pull it up over here. Mute myself.
That would be pretty awful.
Can't believe that Daniel deal you got me on.
Ugh.
I've got a Manos wine, custom wine bottles.
Yeah, mine's BRBO.
There you go.
Man,
That's quite a array.
you begin to hear the same melody played from the music box. But it keeps going. Yeah, I know, right?
That's what happens when you have a good orchestral director.
Yeah, he's carrying you guys. As you guys are,
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that Brondir, as you're kind of looking behind and getting directions, you actually start to notice there are tears coming from his face, and then the song becomes more dramatic. I assume Gerbo and Cello will be getting more of a workout here. As this is all happening and playing, he becomes visibly more like frenetic with his commands. Increasingly erratic. And Brondir, whenever you're watching, you look back again, you see that beyond just conducting, it looks like he's kind of playing an air piano that isn't there. And towards the end, you begin to see that he's starting to visibly glow. And then, as the song fades away, Brondir, the statue in front of you is going to, like a mechanism is going to click, and it's going to lower down, revealing a doorway.
So good.
And the Maestro, meanwhile, as I said, he is glowing, and it looks as if he's contorting in pain as seems to be this kind of almost like electrical energy of light kind of emanating from it. And eventually all of you hear like a snap, and he floats in the air unconscious.
Oh shit. Super dead.
Oh.
Like, he's floating, like hovering where he is?
Yes.
I'm gonna.
He's,
I don't know.
the light begins to dim, but he's for now unconscious, or appears to be. Yeah. Yeah. Well, medium. You think what happened is, as far as you can tell, there was a binding, either a spell or something that dealt with him, just kind of broke just now. If that makes sense. It was either a dispel or something along those lines, like something within him that would have normally been like a limiter snapped.
Interesting.
He's still hovering?
Yeah, he's still there. He's not disappearing or anything.
Is he still translucent?
Well, the light emanating from him has calmed down. He's back to what he normally looks like now. All right.
Frick. Gerbo is gonna walk towards the middle by the zombies and just hang out.
Yeah. They should, yes. They should.
Yes, Chella orders them to do so.
It wouldn't. Yeah.
Great.
She sends them down. She says, "Aphelion, wait," and she sends the zombies to kind of make a little arrowhead in front of you, like your little guard going down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
All
Okay.
right.
And her
So-
entourage. Aphelion and her entourage.
All right. Speak with.
Nice.
No. No, but they're not plants. They're fungi. They're different.
Oh, that's true. There's true. There's major phylogenetic difference. In fact, different kingdoms.
Science.
I mean, yeah, it does depend on the like what the spell says, I guess. It's not like anyone who makes D&D is actually like a biologist or anything. They're not gonna know. Okay. Technically, probably not fungi.
Even if they did, you'd probably just be talking to Chella.
That's true, actually. That's a good point. That's a very good point. So let me
That's
grab
funny, Jet. You're like,
people and get them
Hello.
in here.
and then Chella's just like, hello.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that fungi are a different kingdom. on the phylogenetic tree from plants.
Yeah. So let me move the thingy.
That furthers my desire to do a mushroom-based campaign.
So
New map. Oh,
you've
I'm so
entered a
excited.
very simple,
So good.
simplistic, a very simplistic place or room. The tiling is in black and white, and over here, enclosed in a space by itself, is the piano. Down this way is a hallway
Where's the
and a
Maestro?
door.
Is he still upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hanging out upstairs with him.
Okay.
I'm more concerned about him than I am whatever's down the door.
Sure.
Chella wants to try and figure out if there's any kind of activity going on with the portal that's supposedly connected to the piano.
Okay. Chella, you can't really sense, like, you sense a very powerful druidic magic coming from the piano, but you don't sense any other type of magic in here.
Okay.
That's just a general arcana check. Now,
Sorry, one sec.
Is that your crockpot?
Yeah, our oven.
yeah, okay.
It's a very melodic oven tone.
Ah, sounds like it. So, okay.
But it can wait. It can wait a little bit.
So, anything you want to do anything else? I will come back to Brondir in a second. Oh yeah, I forgot about them. Let me go grab them. I think Dahlia would probably venture in too. And Titus. Good lord. Just a conga line of people. Wait, what am I doing? Okay. I actually think Leo would opt not to. He's just gonna. But the zombies are coming in there. But you're right. There is still a crypt. He's probably. No, he's just gonna go upstairs. That's it. he's gonna wait upstairs.
He's just like, yeah, I mean, I'm a fair bit like if he's just like standing at the tip of the stairs and just like nervously staring down the stairs,
Yeah, let's say that.
looking
That's what he's
around.
doing.
He's kind of timid. Oh,
Oh yeah. Yes. Okay. You go to the door at the end of the hallway. It is it looks to be kind of like an etched like bronze color. It's metallic. And okay. You do not see any influence of another plane. Like you don't see any magic or magical effects that would indicate that. Okay. Do you want to do anything with the door? Okay, it's locked. It won't budge.
My apologies. Which door?
It is not. It does not appear to be pickable.
There's a door right here. Sorry.
Well, there's not really a door actually. That's just an open space.
Oh, okay.
Chella goes
You
over
can
to
walk right in.
Aphelion and casts spell magic.
I'll just say that your dispel magic's gonna fail.
At 5th level?
Nice.
Okay.
Gerbo.
Okay. You think... Okay, so with detect magic, you can sense that the door is... it seems to be, yes, it's enchanted in such a way to be act as a seal. I'm not quite sure what school of magic that would be technically. Maybe conjuration and something else, but you can also detect, or actually, you don't detect anything from behind the door.
Gerbo sits at the piano.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Should we
So
do it then?
I'm now going to flip. I'm going to flip back to Brondir. Brondir, I assume you're just watching over the Maestro, right?
Yeah, I'm just kind of like sitting on the tomb or crypt or whatever, just kind of observing his status.
The Maestro's eyes are going to pop open, and you're going to hear a loud, like a ragged, him draw like a. Well, I guess a ragged breath wouldn't really make sense for an undead, but you actually hear like the imitation of breathing from him for the first time.
Are you back with us, Maestro?
Yes.
Oh.
I thought that might do the trick.
Well, and he's gonna fly up through the roof, like, and you're gonna hear him and you're gonna hear him fly back down. But like maybe like a minute later, you're gonna see him fly down with the music box in his hands, and he's gonna look at you and say, "How?" Interesting. I suppose even with my memories gone, I was still able to remember the song. That's what did it.
I had a suspicion that just given your name and the nature of this place, that, well, with music being one of the more mystical elements of these worlds, bringing back memory, smells, taste, love, pain,
Hmm.
in life and in death, I thought that it might prevail.
Indeed. I do not know how long time has passed since I was obscured.
Well, what can you tell us about this door that...
Wait.
Oh.
He's gonna go fly into the room as he realizes the door like this open now.
Roger just kind of watches him go by and be like, then he like hops off of the crypt and
Right.
walls downstairs. Titus,
Yeah.
or
So
Leo or Liam? What is it? Is it Titus we left it there? I can't remember.
what?
Titus, Leo, and Dahlia.
So Leo and Dahlia are already in there.
Yeah. So Titus, are you coming? Are you gonna hold down the
Well,
fort?
Titus is already in here. Dahlia's already they're already in the piano room.
Oh, I thought-
Leo's only one that's kind of like hesitantly watching all of this.
Right. That's who I was trying to communicate to. Leo, are you?
I don't want to be alone. Fine.
I can leave some of the zombies with you.
No. I will be joining you shortly.
That's great.
All right. So
Gerbo,
you guys are
sitting at the
gathered around the piano at this point, I assume.
I'm playing. I start playing like the chopsticks on piano.
Gerbo,
That's right. Everyone knows.
Gerbo. The second your hand touches one of the keys, you're going to experience a shock, and you're going to get flung off of the bench.
Oh,
Interesting.
use your mage hand.
Oh, frick, Jet. That's good. I'll start playing it with my mage hand.
The mage hand will dissipate the instant it touches a key.
Damn.
Yes. Detect magic. So,
Maestro.
all right.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it is. I'm listening.
Sorry,
reading.
I'm looking at.
You're good.
So, you sense, Ephelion, that there's powerful conjuration and enchantment. Let's see, is there evocation? Yes. Like it's a combination of those three emanating from this piano. And as Gerbo flies off, you're going to hear the maestro say, "Stop! Don't touch it." Yes,
I look around and I recognize also had no idea he could talk.
There is. It's empty space right now. Depending on what is.
I look at him and tell him, well, that's very anticlimactic.
The
What was it
piano.
previously?
It is a magical space. Yes, you're correct.
And it's still by this piano?
Correct, but it can be open to different places.
What do you mean different places? Like different worlds?
Yes,
You can control which worlds we go to.
if I know the right song. Yes.
Now that's something.
Allow me. I guess it would be history or
Arcana.
it's a it would be kind of like it would be akin to the plane shift spell, but it is different. It's analogically the same or similar. Yes. That is why we took such great care. But I believe you are the ones.
The ones for what?
The ones I've been waiting for.
How long ago did you make this contraption?
I don't know.
Well,
I have been out of time. Before he answers, he's going to end up playing the song that you guys were playing earlier on the piano. And as he's playing, or I'll just mention that all the keys, like above the keys, you'll see etched into the piano itself are the different runes that you saw earlier. Only it's far more elaborate.
That's cool.
88 keys. So as he's playing, you're going to hear, like when he's finished playing the song, you're going to hear the door unlock. He says, come with me, and I will explain.
Dude,
This is very cool.
let's freaking go.
LFG.
And fair.
Oh. I thought you were saying be careful because there was a yellow slippery when wet sign.
Gerbo would be the one to comedically slip and fall if that were the case.
Piso Mahajo.
No. Oh God, what is that?
What?
That's a monster link. What's happening?
What?
Ah!
Ah, it hurt.
What have you done?
Data image.
Oh my god.
Damn, Zach.
What is happening? It's the world's largest image.
That's quite a link you have there.
Fail.
Oh my god. It's literally like that is the image equivalent of pi.
Did the image even open?
Yeah, it did.
Good.
It did open. I see what you're doing there.
Didn't let me open it, but that's fine.
So
Yeah.
he says, it's a portal to other worlds, but one of them is marked out. We've marked out a space for, well, and he'll open the door. Or actually, well, I don't know if it'd be better for if maybe he can't open the door because he's a ghost, but yeah, somebody will open the door. Let's say Brondir, I suppose. You open the door, Brondir, and what you see, unfortunately I don't have a map for this, so you're just gonna have to use your imagination. But you see a field of purple grass over with like a rolling landscape of hills and like almost like a prairie like grasslands. But again, the grass is all purple. You look up at the sky and you'll notice that there's a purple star, like a purple sun almost, illuminating like a broad night sky, an utterly alien setting you haven't seen before. But in front of you, you actually see what appears to be glass caskets, or rather glass kind of crypts. There are bodies inside of them.
I'm going to walk through the door.
You walk through the door and you are standing on you're standing on the purple grass you were seeing earlier. You're only a few feet away from these glass crypts, and when you look behind you, you see just the door standing in not in midair, but coming out of the ground.
Right. I'm gonna walk to the nearest crypt.
When you do, you see that it looks as if it's a person that has been perfectly preserved. There's not a blemish on them, and it appears to be that of a young girl. And there are flowers, alien flowers are kind of growing around it and adorning it.
Are there any words or runes or anything on
There are none of those.
Is there? I'm going to pick up one of the flowers and lay it on top of the casket.
Okay. It is a world that does not have any life aside from plants, as far as we know. We use this to house the sickened bodies at the time.
At what time?
When I was still alive, my people grew sick. An inexplicable disease. We did not know what to do. I'll just say that at this point he's obviously outside with you.
Right.
And he's hovered around the girl, and he says, "This is my daughter."
Hmm.
Her name was Anna. I and the other druids in our circle, we couldn't figure out what was wrong, what disease this was. And so I sought for help. And the only place I knew where, was I sought out the Pool of Wishes.
Huh.
I sought the knowledge I needed,
Oh,
or at least a wish for a cure. But instead of that, I found the pool. But I found something more, well, I was directed to another purpose.
And what purpose was that?
At the time, I didn't know it. I was so angry that I didn't think of it as what it was at the time. I was given knowledge of my future. That I would from beyond the grave, I would be the one to guide others. That I would be instrumental in a grander design.
First of all, what is your name, Maestro, or shall we just continue to call you Maestro? Yeah.
I don't really have a good name right now.
Okay, that's good. We don't want to rush down. So, Maestro, do you have any idea what's going on in the world right now?
I know that the dissonance certainly should have gotten worse. Your druid friend, I assume, will know what I speak of.
Yes, we've heard how the earth is hurting, the plants are hurting.
Even back in my time when I was alive, we sensed this as well. Some of it. It gave me what needed. It gave me the knowledge of combining the runes with musical notes, or particular frequencies, I guess you could say. What had happened? The purpose, as far as I know, is that all I knew at the time was that I was to act as meant to be a gatekeeper. I was meant to open doors for a group of adventurers that were meant to help heal this world. And perhaps to restore the old gods as they were.
Mm.
My memories were sealed away from me. And I know that that is part of it. So the very fact that you were able to restore me into my full self means that you are the ones I have waited on.
That's cool.
Yes.
Hmm.
The gate that we were around and using, I think, was in the end what was poisoning us. In the process of creating the magic that sustains this door and the piano and this entire mansion, something went wrong. Or perhaps, I suppose, something went right. And we were all, well, incorporeal, but without our memories. I do not know how much time has passed since then.
And by what power did the pool of wishes grant you these abilities or charge you with these tasks? Did you glimpse it? Is it Palora? Is it Malcor? What sustains you? What drives you?
Neither. They are the infection that must be rooted out, systemic dissonance that must be corrected. No, my charge came from this world itself, or rather the spirits,
Mm.
Young druid, you may not know this, but long ago there were other gods besides the two now, and they are not entirely dead yet.
Does,
Oh shit, that's a good history roll too.
does Chella know what he's talking about?
You think back
It's
to
a
the
hell.
water temple. You remember seeing the depictions of the woman, the female statues around.
Yeah.
Your mind goes to that first. You know that in your own knowledge of your historic druidic history, which granted is singularly devoted to your particular circles,
Mm-hmm.
you know that for a fact, long ago, your clan or your circle was worshiping in the world what was known as the god of death, but not Malcor. Rather, he was meant to uphold the cycles of life and death,
Like an
and
Osiris.
also act as a gatekeeper between the living and the dead.
Interesting. That's cool.
Very cool.
I dig the lore there. That's cool.
So anyway, the female statue you think was a depiction of maybe some sort of water or lake goddess.
From the
Now
Drew-
that you're thinking of it.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's very cool.
I cannot rest until my task is complete.
Do you mean to say the old gods live?
Some do, yes.
And they thought that somehow opening these portals to other planes would help us one day. But it seems like every time one of these portals opens, only bad things come. How is this supposed to help us?
The final thing that was told to me was that you, all of you, were to find a song, and the song would connect to the realm, to the minds, the shared mind of Malcor and Pelora. I do not know the song, and they did not tell me it. I believe that this is a way to go to them directly. I do not know. I would trust that that is your part. I do not know.
Where are we supposed to find these songs?
He really doesn't know. Anyway.
Where are we supposed to find these songs? Do you have any more sheet music lying around?
I don't think the song you would know is going to come from any of the sheet music in this place.
Interesting.
Holy shit, okay, yeah. Yes. Yeah. You think that is a complicated question. It's hard for a Phalian to tell. You've never been to the Pool of Wishes, so you don't really know the full nature of it. But if it's, say, fueled by, the old gods in some way, then it's possible that they could very well know, or at least know part of the future for this world. But, and it's likely that, well, it's more likely that this is the problem. So the problem is, and Aphelion, you've encountered like divination magic before from other worlds that you've been to. That divination magic becomes less and less reliable as Malcor and Pelor's influence rises within a world, because they are outside factors that they've never accounted for.
Mm.
And you think that because the Maestro was going to the Pool of Wishes for an entirely different reason, that it may not necessarily be a situation where they're like the old god's knowledge is imperfect, but maybe like the Maestro himself probably didn't bias them necessarily. Well, like I said, it's very likely because, again, I mean, this isn't a prediction they made a long time ago, but it may not be accurate anymore, or it may not exactly come to pass as anticipated. Right. I think this is more of a one of matter of faith, I guess, rather than a more mathematical. But again, this was something given to him, so you don't really know if it was based off of like a true arcana calculation or not. You have other than the Everqueen, you have not really heard of another instance like this. It's highly unusual. Normally what happens is the very first, oh, at least it's speculated, at least amongst the Everqueen and her troops, that the gods are the first to go in the process.
Interesting.
Wait, say that.
So Aphelion, or not Aphelion, but normally for a world, whenever starts to suffer from the influence of Pelor and Malcor, what happens first is that the old pantheon is usurped first. So that's the first thing that happens.
Brondir wants to put his hand on the hilt of Feyblade and channel Felix.
Okay.
He's going to say, old friend, have you ever seen a place like this?
I haven't. It's quite beautiful, though, I have to say.
I have to agree. Quaint in its own way. But my mind goes back, as Maestro tells us, about these old gods that Malcolm and Pelor destroyed your realm as well. Is that not right?
It is correct.
What do you know of old gods? Anything? Is that something that your realm had? Do we share that plane?
Well, as far as I know, most planes with life in them anyway, have some sort of deity that rises up. Some can be a pantheon, others can just simply be one.
What what was yours?
Well, I guess it was our plane was a little more primal than that. Rather than particular gods, it was more forces, I guess you could say, natural forces. Though I suppose the Everqueen essentially became something like a god, demigod at least.
Hmm. And so, what did they do with yours when they destroyed your world? They went first?
Well, there was only a few that were corrupted at first. It barely was noticed in the beginning. But over time, their influence grew, and it caught the attention of the Everqueen. And by the time anyone had noticed, it was too late.
Right.
The Fae were fighting and killing each other.
Well, it seems that Malcolm Pelor started this work a long time ago in our realm. It's much further than anything I've ever remembered or even heard in urban lore. I was hoping I could see some kind of connection between the destruction of your world and the inevitable demise of ours. Hmm.
I don't know if it's necessarily inevitable, Brondir.
I've got to say,
We have to keep hope.
yeah, it's
And this is the first. I have to admit, I don't have a ton of experience seeing Malcolm Pelor's handiwork, but this is the first, other than the Everqueen, I've heard of other gods surviving in some way after, well, I suppose being struck down or usurped.
Hmm.
I have to agree. That is a ray of hope. Where they are, how to contact them, what to do next, not really sure. But keep your eyes peeled.
I think that this may have very well arranging all of this may very well have taken most, if not perhaps all, the power they really had.
Hmm.
After all, they're no longer true gods, I guess.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else.
Okay. Yeah.
Chella's like shaken and she hears what Aphelion says, but she's like silent and like trembling a little bit. And she just says, I knew there was something left. I knew there was something left of our home, of this place. I could feel it this whole time.
And the Maestro is going to just say, yes. You can hear the symphony, the harmony, still. The dissonance has grown louder and louder, but it's still there.
Chella becomes emotional. She's like she's never emotional. And
Right.
she starts to kind of to tear up a little bit. And she's very quiet.
But you must find the song. I do not know if you need particular tools or methods or whatever you need. But know that I possess a door.
Yes, give us the materials that we need to write, to transcribe. I don't whether it's a book or a guide. It's just loose leaves of paper, and tell us what to look for. Tell us how to arrange it, and we have other urgent matters that we're here for, and we may find answers along the way.
I assume you will. But know this as well. You are free to come back here at any time. You may use this place and its rooms however you wish.
Well, thank you for that.
You have
Thank you
certainly earned that.
with us.
I just realized that Leo and Titus and Dahlia are in here.
Oh yeah, like what the heck are they
Yeah,
thinking
they're
of all
like,
this?
mm.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Well,
they're on the secret, like it or not. So
well. Okay. Well, I'll deal with that later. I'll
Yeah,
deal with
they're
those.
they're having like an existential crisis.
Anybody,
I come close. Or wait, are y'all still in the other room, or in through the door, or are you back in the hallway?
I'm not entirely sure where people's positions have been.
I say we make our way back to the door.
Yeah, I would say that I feel like would everyone like go through the door and have this conversation?
I
or-
probably would have gone through the door just out of like pure curiosity.
Okay.
I'm going to. Oh, are you rolling?
Making a wisdom save?
Nice.
Okay. What are you saving against? Okay. Not even the DM knows.
Yeah, game within the game.
Okay. Sure.
I get close to the maestro and like kind of lean in close and say, like whispering, so you're telling me that Pelora is not going to hold all of the bad things I've done against me?
I mean, if she gets a hold of your soul, yes, she will.
But if we somehow eliminate Pelora,
is this your new motivation?
I suppose so.
not being held responsible for
Yeah.
my actions.
There might be other gods that would be displeased with you, but I cannot say.
Might be.
Still living in a world with other creatures, Gerbo. Consequence still exists with or without Pelora.
I whip around and look at Brian and say, "This does not concern you."
It concerns me way more.
Yeah, that's actually
Yes.
Amazing.
I'm just gonna pick another flower from the ground and put it in.
Yeah. Okay. And you'll notice that there are others. I did want to mention that there are other glass crypts that are kind of strewn about a large tree.
Right.
It's not just that one.
Yeah.
In total, there are probably about, let's say, a couple of dozen.
I assume it's like his old druid circle.
Mhm. Yeah.
What circle do you belong to, Maestro?
I suppose that circle is long dead, but We called ourselves the Circle of Harmony.
The circle of fifths.
I was tempted. I was tempted. I was
Yeah.
super tempted. Or the Circle of Harmonics. Whichever you prefer. And you? What is yours?
The circle of spores.
Is that the one?
Sorry, continue.
Wait, my memory's coming back.
Mhm.
Is it
Sure.
Valkyra? Right?
Valkyra leads us, yes. She is my aunt.
Even still, incredible.
She's lived a long life. She now wishes to jeopardize her good fortune, the suicide mission in the north. But yes, Valkyra still leads us. Valkyra? As far as I know, all of us are human, and if she is not, then I do not know what I am. Part of the symbiotic magic, the makeup of our circle and our reliance on the fungi. The leader of our circles is chosen by our gods through a contest of strength and imbued with supernatural powers.
Yes.
Nice.
Frick.
Yeah, only girls would notice that.
This is very true. Okay.
You've given us hope, Maestro. You cannot know. You cannot possibly know what this means for me. For all of us. But for another druid, you've given us hope when I felt I had lost all hope.
I too had lost all hope. Ever since my family was gone, I sought answers. It took me years to understand just where I fit into all of this. But now that I think I understand, it had to work out this way. So long as we can heal this world, I'll do what I must.
Valkyra will want to know of this. Cello looks around at everyone else.
Does that mean you're going to leave us again?
Cello kind of glares at him.
I look at the maestro and say, any chance that your pool of wishes gave you flight?
I mean, I can fly, but I can't make you fly, if that's what you're saying. And that's just me, well, he just kind of points to himself.
Maestro, what did you sacrifice at the Pool of Wishes? Yeah, tell us.
Yeah.
If you must know, it was well worth it in the end.
That's good enough for me. Group, let's go ahead and make our way back to town. We've done a lot here. Well, actually, Maestro, do you care if we stay the night and rest up?
True.
Of course.
I probably will not be sleeping here, but very, very bad, scary place.
Well, remember, it all cleaned itself up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's better. It's better upstairs. Oh, okay.
Yes, yes. Yes. That didn't clean up. No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Girl,
yeah.
so covered in molasses.
True.
Probably,
It made the instrument playing kind of difficult.
So
My
it's-
notes would stick.
probably a cold.
So is like the whole mansion, does it have like a different feel now? Like is it
Yes.
it's like brighter and happier?
This is like Haunted Mansion, but like reverse.
It's like the end of Luigi's Mansion.
Right. It's like, you know, the place is brighter, noticeably. Like things are cleaner. Like stuff that was like dirty or messed up or dusty, it's now clean and pristine.
Mm. It's there's like little happy X-Men mutants running around.
Well, all the other ghosts are dead except for the Maestro. So
Oh, okay. I am going to continue talking to the Maestro about the Pool of Wishes.
okay.
Yeah. I am 10 out of 10 interested in visiting said pool. So
Real quick, can Chella send the zombies outside to forage for her?
amazing, Jet. Amazing.
Is there like a range for animate dead? I'm curious.
There is. Yeah, there is. It's 60 feet.
That's not super far.
Oh,
Is it? But how? But what about like the
yeah.
actual?
Bonus action to mentally command any creature you made with this spell if the creature is within 60 feet of you.
Oh,
So,
I guess so. But you'd have to have a particular like. They're not gonna like forage and look at. Oh, look, this is a herb master needs. They're not gonna do that. You have to say. You have to give very explicit instructions.
can I try?
This is good.
Can I try?
You can try. You can try.
Oh my god. Jet.
All right, to guy number 1, I look and I say, I need you to go into the forest around the mansion and look for, look for henbane. And she describes what the henbane plant looks like.
Okay.
If you find it in the next 16 hours, harvest it and bring it back to me.
Okay.
If you do not find it in the next 16 hours, come back to me with empty-handed.
How long does animate death last?
24 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Gives the same instructions to person number 2, but she tells them to look for false moral, the mushroom, and she gives the same instructions to person number 3. But she asks for them to bring her clustering poria lichen.
Oh my god, these are so specific.
Yes, they are.
Are you gonna remember which one you asked for?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, good for you.
Okay.
That's the question.
Whatever you say, DM.
It's wisdom for survival, correct?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and just roll off the zombies, I guess.
That seems more fair, to be honest. But then we did just establish that the mechanism of reanimation is via spores that Chella controls and not via their own brains or souls.
That's true. Wait, so you were just giving directions to yourself? To her spores. Ah, okay.
But whatever you say. Whatever you say. You get to decide.
Fantasia rules.
Okay, you know what? Sure. Roll your survival 3 times, and we'll see what happens.
Oh,
Oh. Okay. Well, I ain't getting one of those.
Damn.
You did really good for 2 out of 3, so
That's honestly.
You know what Meatloaf,
Yeah.
you know what Meatloaf says.
Yeah.
so the first one was what now? Himsbane?
Yeah, the first one was Henbane.
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 Mm-hmm.
Okay.
False Moral was the one,
Morel.
and Coriolicon was the third one.
Well, I will say that Coriolicun's not found.
Yeah.
But I will say for the other 2, they are found. But for the crit, I'm trying to decide what extra. Let's say, okay, I'll just say that you get double what you expected to find
Sweet.
That's fun.
Okay.
for a crit.
Cool. All right, I'm logging it. Thank you. Okay, now back to y'all's questions about the Pool of Wishes.
So I am talking to the Maestro
Yeah.
and just say, well, in my studies through the years, I've obviously heard of the pool, but really never had this in depth of a conversation with a person who's ever actually experienced it. So how did it come to you? How did you encounter the pool?
The same as any others would. You must enter the Amakira forest, and I traveled for, I want to say it was at least a week or more, and eventually I got lost and encountered fungal protectors, I suppose is how you would put them. And I didn't attack them, and they did not attack me, but I eventually found my way to a pool of golden. I don't think it was water, some sort of liquid, though. And in the middle of it was a large plant like creature. And it spoke to me, spoke into me. Felt like I was. My whole being was shaking.
Hmm.
But there wasn't, at least as far as I remember, there was not a particular ritual or anything I was doing that brought me to it. I think the Pool of Wishes, in the end, decides when to reveal itself.
Did it know what you were needing, or did you make a request of it?
It knew what I wanted. And then arrangements were made. But even before I set out on my journey, I heard of people who looked for years for the Pool of Wishes and never had any luck. But then there are some who search for years and eventually find it. It's never in the same place, but it is always in the Amakira forest.
it's like finding a sand shrew.
Nice. Okay.
It's like the you guys read The Wheel of Time?
Yes.
It's the Green Man.
Yeah. I'm actually. How many books are you in on that?
Only one. That's the
Okay.
that's like the climax, the end of the first book.
Yeah, when they find him. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's never. Huh?
Yeah, spoiler alert. Jesus.
Oh no. Jet, you read one book series that I've read. Now you're gonna know everything. You'll know all my plagiarism.
No.
Oh, that's funny.
No. Good themes repeat themselves in many places. The Fountain of Youth, Green Man, The Room of Requirement,
Yeah. Right.
Slender Man.
The Pool of Wishes.
Slender Man.
Just Slenderman.
Not that one.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Those are some really weird chapters in Lord of the Rings, by the way.
I love them. I think they're delightful.
I just like how they were about to die because of a willow, and then he just saves them, takes them to his house, and then they releases them, and then they get trapped in a crypt with undead, and he saves them again,
Oh my god.
and that's it. That's
Yeah.
what it seems like. Yeah. Yes.
Was that in The Hobbit?
Yeah.
No. Tom Bombadil? I don't think he was in The Hobbit,
He's,
right?
he's in the Fellowship.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
he's in The Fellowship.
But who is the guy who does magic? He turns into a bear in The Hobbit, and they take refuge at his lodge, his house.
I don't remember his name.
He
I don't know if
wasn't
he
in
had a name.
No, he was in the movie.
He was in the movie. What?
Bjorn.
That's true.
Bjorn.
Bjorn.
Yeah.
A
OG
skin
Druid. Yeah, probably.
Very hairy. That's cool.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Sidebar there.
Okay, I'm finished talking with him about the Pool of Wishes.
Yeah.
I was interested in getting more intel there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Maybe the effects of the Pool of Wishes aren't permanent.
At this point, the Maestro is off by himself, and he is he's just he's holding the music box still. Oh God, it's actually like middle of the night because you guys came here at like sunset. So I would say it's at least midnight, probably past midnight.
Yeah, that fits.
Yeah, we need a long rest. The show.
I feel like you still have some boar meat. Let's
Always.
When's that gonna run out?
Never.
There we go. It's been well preserved in salt.
Yes,
No
salt.
joke.
All right. I guess I'll go ahead and move us back to the main floor. Okay, good. I'll just go ahead and remove these bodies.
The house has been doing work.
Everything that you see as red is now spilled wine from having a good time.
That's right. That's right.
The bones are from the chicken wings that
Yeah.
The chicken wing bones. Oh my god. Yeah, I prefer my wings boneless.
Yeah, you gotta take.
I thought they were making a bunch of boneless wings.
I thought it was boneless chickens.
That's amazing. This becomes the new location of B-dubs.
So are we taking a long rest? Can I go ahead and make that magic happen?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would say
Well,
yes, you
yes.
can. Leo, Titus, and Dahlia are gonna be like, so you. Well, Dahlia's gonna ask, so it's safe, right? To be here and sleep tonight.
This
Maestro,
ghost,
what?
this ghost I trust.
He's gonna float over to Dahlia and say, "I assure you, if you are guests to these fine adventurers, then you will be under my watchful eye." And he'll float away into like another room. Yes, absolutely. He is sweating and fidgeting and even more nervous than before.
I love it. That's great.
Love it.
Titus is actually going to put an arm on his shoulder and say, and just kind of like try to get him to like calm down a little. Because again, Titus is just kind of very stone faced through all of this. I mean, even Dahlia's had a little more surprise at the turn of events. She's actually, as she, so like all of them are down there, and Dahlia's just sitting there, kind of talking aloud, thinking aloud. And to think we wanted to burn this place down. Huh.
There's always a reason to dig past your first instincts. It played out well this time.
It seems so. Definitely worked out for the best. Though I'm still confused by everything he talked to you guys about down there. I have a lot of questions. I see. Well, would it make sense perhaps for us to have people stationed here?
I don't think that's a bad idea at all. At the very least, to keep Malchites out. But this, right. There's a lot that we need to recount. I think it's left for the morning. But you have been, information's been revealed to you that very little people know, understand, or could comprehend. And the fact that the Maestro let you even be in the same room as us gives me a good feeling that you're on our side. So, let's
I ask him, would you consider staying here other than going north?
Well, we're trying to avoid going north. I assume Leo and Titus don't want to go back, do you? Leo's just going to finally gain back some of his composure. Absolutely not.
Well, Leo, Titus, I'm not sure what your housing arrangements are, but I know that Dahlia has good word with Lord Edwin. I'm sure if she reports back to him that you found a place of refuge to keep an eye on this part of the swamp, I'm sure everything else will be taken care of.
I could bring it up with him, see what he says. The Maestro is gonna chime in and say, I am not opening up a lodge for anyone to stay.
You don't think it's best to have someone here to at least keep others from destroying your house like with the way we found it?
I think I have the power to repel anyone who dares come here as intruders.
Well, if that's the case, then so be it. This is your house. I was only looking for a forward operating base.
You shall have it, to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
That is true, I suppose. At the time, I was not fully myself, but as time progresses, there will undoubtedly be more powerful entities that will break in.
Yeah,
Conflict.
I
Right.
run, literally dash upstairs.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah, literally just dash upstairs, and then go directly into the room with the king bed over here,
Beautiful.
the private room.
Of course, like I said, the bodies are all gone. A lot of if you guys like go inside, like the study room, you'll actually see that a lot of the books and papers have been restored to what they were almost crumbling to dust before, but now they're actually um, they look legible now, or more legible.
Cool.
I lay down in the big bed.
The biggest bed
Yeah.
and you even have a lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's even more absurd. It's like a Shizu getting in a king size bed.
Amazing. Yeah,
Cool.
that's perfect.
It would be very interesting, especially because it looks like there's some potion brewing stuff out. Yeah,
There is
like
some, yeah.
in bottles.
Mhm.
Shella says, actually, I should like very much to stay here and try my hand at crafting a few potions while some ingredients are handy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wonder if he has any ingredients.
Maybe, yeah. Are there like shelves or stores of ingredients in the room?
There are some, yeah.
Cool. Can I?
Yeah, basic reagents. Yeah, they're basic reagents.
Okay, so more like for alchemy stuff, less for probably the kind of potion
Yeah,
fellow would know how to do.
right.
Hmm.
Gerbo, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and have my Mage Hand at the desk, start journaling what happened today.
Oh, you have a journal now?
I've got parchment.
Dear diary, I
Yeah.
killed all the cultists on my own. It was super rad.
I solved the puzzle and helped a ghost out, and he unlocked all his memories, and he called me a genius. And
Roger was so impressed. He could have never figured it out on his own.
never, ever.
That's amazing.
Yeah, there are actually quite extensive living quarters in here, in this floor, combined with the alcove over here.
In my letter, I write to, let's see. I'm going to write to Emmaus.
Okay.
And in the letter to Emmaus, I'm going to say basically that in all of your millennia of studies and books you've written, have you ever heard of other gods other than Malcor and Pelora?
Isn't he still like pretending to be crazy?
Yes.
I'm going to
Possible.
keep doing this because I feel like maybe there's something there.
No, I'm just asking. I was
Yeah.
just making sure I didn't miss something.
And basically, I'm going to say something to the extent of like hinting at like, today I learned, that like
Today I learned TIL.
Yeah, exactly. That there's a possibility that there are other gods battling Malcor and Pelora, and that as we've been touring the world, trying to defeat these portals, that we are finding that other gods may be at play as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically like just saying like any help would be appreciated. So yeah, I'm gonna write that.
I gotta run to the bathroom. Be right back.
Okay.
That still cracks me up so much. Oh, it just reminds me so much of boomers on Facebook. Facebook delete account.
Yeah, delete account. I do not give you permission.
Take my information. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm just going to be safe.
Yeah,
I've been hacked.
I've been hacked.
I'm talking to you, Mark Zuckerberg. I know you. I saw a thing on Reddit today that applied robot voice or robot noises to Mark Zuckerberg movements.
No.
And it's like, because like he sits like.
Nice.
That's excellent.
Because like the only thing that moves is like this head on a swivel and like the arms, like it's just like it's and they just play. It's really great. But, I hurt my
excellent
back, and so my head's kind of been a Frankenstein monster head lately, where I can't like move my neck very fast.
You need more posture checks.
I was driving a T-post or just like a fence post into a part of the trail. And I haven't driven a fence post in a long time, and I was pretty determined to get it in there. And I got reminded that I'm 31.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
You're reminded of your age
There you go.
by your body.
So like, I pulled or strained or something my scapula muscle
Mm-hmm.
thingy.
Probably you got a heating pad over your traps.
Yeah, like so it's over like it's like from the backside of my shoulder blade to like the top of my neck.
Yeah, that's your upper trapezius, which helps to do this.
Pretty much. And that's what I was doing was I was driving a post,
Yeah.
like trying to really get it in there. I'm like, I'm gonna drive this in there. And then
Yeah.
then I like slipped at one point and I think that's what finally did it.
No. Heating pad, stretching, couple ibuprofen or Aleve here and there.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a good stretch I was doing today that would suck for you, but would be good.
Thing is like it was all better until this morning when I heard Indy starting to throw up.
Mm.
And I was and I jump out of bed and I like run, and me doing that big flailing motion just triggered it all again, and I was back to square one. After
Oh
like,
man,
so
we're starting to enter that age in our lives where we're just it's different levels of sore, but never completely not sore ever again.
Yeah.
Never
I
completely.
feel it. I feel it on my 28th, like my lower back and my hamstrings. Yeah.
it happens.
Yeah. Sorry, while I was away, I know we're having a sidebar. Are we done? Or are we just having a sidebar?
Yeah, kind of a sidebar. Yeah, it's
Okay, cool.
I'll just say that the tieflings are they're gonna be in this room, I guess. And I guess some of you could sleep in some of these beds too if you want. Oh, I mean, Aphelion just is going to do whatever. She doesn't sleep, so I guess she could just hang out in one of these sofas. Okay, cool.
Oh, there you go.
Roll survival, I guess.
Get in there.
Oh, perfect. That means you have a 8.
Oh my gosh, what kind of stinky meat? Oh, okay.
Went from awful to mediocre.
Yeah.
So I'll say, huh?
Real quickly, retcon. Chella's asking if Aphelion can try to find her a rabbit or two.
She gets a rabbit, and she actually chases after a deer, but it manages to get away. So yeah, you get a rabbit. There you go.
Sweet. I'll just need the hip bones.
Specifically,
Just the pelvic bones. That's it.
I could just imagine like the Maestro like listening to Cella, and he's kind of nodding his head. Yes, of course, that makes perfect sense.
Simple tincture. Yes, yes.
Yes, of course. Yes, I understand.
Can I has them? Can I have it?
the hips of the hip bones of a rabbit.
Cool. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you killed a rabbit. I assume everyone's now gone to sleep.
I got like the best sleep like in like a long time
Yeah.
on this like fancy ass bed.
Gerbo, I'm not going to interrupt your long rest for this, but you are jolted awake by a message that's sent to you at like 5 a.m.
I wake
and
up.
what?
I said I wake up and sit up in bed.
I assume if a message is sent to somebody while they're asleep, it would wake them up, probably. like I assume that'd be part of the magic of a message. But anyway, it's Eldrin.
Okay, Eldrin, what's he got?
Oh God.
He says update on investigation.
Oh God. You're still
Um,
alive. Man.
No, I'm not
um,
that I know of.
Main suspect has been identified. Was protected by a group of druids. Conflict has ensued. Suspect has been apprehended. Cleric has just arrived.
What are they gonna do with the cleric?
Truth to Satan.
Yeah, I think so. They're gonna
Circle
find
of-
out he didn't do it. Shit.
Also, druids and wizards got to fighting again.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, just like Eldrin. Always coming after the druids.
Yep. That's all that happened. That's it. So yes, that's your update. Do you want to say anything back?
I'll say back.
Ooh.
I'll say back. LOL, stay safe. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Send back the thumbs up emoji.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
that's amazing. I'll send back to him. I'll just say, let me know the results of the cleric. Interested in more frequent updates. Want to know when it's safe.
Hmm.
And then that's it.
Okay. So there you go. That's your investigation update. I know we haven't gotten one in a while, so there you go.
No, it's
Just
good.
just reviving an old sectarian conflict.
Yeah, no, I'm into it. I like. I was wondering the other day about what was going to happen with that storyline. So
Well, that's one consequence.
yeah, Yeah.
Our days are numbered. They will eventually figure out that it's you.
yeah, they probably will.
And then we'll go with Cella's plan of actually killing you, but then resurrecting you.
Right. I'm just glad
My
the other
original-
group. I'm glad the other group didn't decide to deeply investigate.
My original
They were preoccupied, to be fair.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, makes sense.
My original plan was to kill you without telling you that I was gonna do it, or that I had a resurrection spell.
Oh
Just-
my god.
Take the body to Eldred and all them and show it, and then as soon as they saw it and felt and had satisfaction, reserrect you after the fact.
That
well,
was-
well, then Elgin be like, good, we can burn it.
yeah, seriously, with my luck.
I mean, we don't want to run the risk of him being resurrected now, do we?
Yeah. And you just like big eyes, like
Oh. Yeah.
There you go.
I also. Yeah,
Listen,
you have that spell.
I'm just gonna create another custom table, and you're gonna roll a Neko cat girl,
oh yeah.
Oh,
and that's when I'll know that I have to change my entire setting to anime, because then I can't avoid it anymore.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
I think Chella is going to spend some time potion crafting.
Cool.
Okay. So I'll just say that it's already, well, I guess it would be later in the morning, probably like 10 for everybody. Gerbo, I assume you'll fall back asleep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it takes her 4 hours to craft a basic potion, but she does now have all the ingredients for a couple things that are in my little spreadsheet that I sent you.
Yeah.
Back. And if everyone else wants to see, here's the link again.
Yeah.
So she's going to craft moral morticum.
Oh my. We
I
do.
Hemlock,
Moral morticum. Yes.
hemlock and false moral combined.
Okay.
Distilled, carefully distilled, and then the essential oil that's recovered is potent poison.
I'm sorry, you said essential oil and I about lost it.
The essence.
Yes, there you go. Yes.
Yes, the essence of the hemlock and false moral.
Now I'm imagining like a druid or like an alchemist character that is just an essential oils salesman. And it's just a giant Ponzi, like druidic Ponzi scheme. Anyway, let's see. So it can apply poison to weapon or ammunition. It retains potency. Cool. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, so just allow someone to do a little extra poison damage.
I like it.
Yeah, you can definitely be more generous with poison damage in this game. A lot of stuff that's just immune to it.
I was looking at one of the feats that was like you can like poison your like use poison on your weapons, and it felt very like assassin-y and was like kind of cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a fun one.
Oh.
Okay.
Did what happened to your face?
Oh.
Is it that time?
So is the spirit just moving on its own?
No, I'm moving it around.
Oh, okay. I
He's
was
fidgeting.
like, have you somehow controlled the spirit?
That would be creepy. I'm not gonna lie. Okay.
So it's not that time. Okay. Just
Time to party.
oh yeah, sorry. Guys feel awkward about this.
Time to party.
It's an autumn day.
Autumn
So I'll say that the group catches up the tieflings on exactly what's going on.
Oh man.
Of it, and asks for discretion because the obvious reason is that fear will ensue if the others know, but more importantly, with this being now an, I guess, a base of sorts, they've, and us being traveling wherever across the continent, it'll be very important to have somebody there if needed, on call, I guess.
Dolly will be the first to speak up. Leo's kind of wide-eyed, kind of slack-jawed at everything. Even Titus looks mildly shocked. But Dahlia says, well, I suppose there's not much we can really do with that information. After all, other than Lord Ed, no one's going to believe us. Who trusts a bunch of tieflings anyway?
I would say this is not information to worry Lord Ed with. It seems as if he is has his own struggles with his own people right now. This is something that would not help the situation, make him lose focus. Wouldn't you agree?
So, okay, so you're telling me that the issues with the Wind Temple you think are that all the other stuff you just mentioned, it's all connected to that?
There's only one way to find out, but that's what we have to go off of.
And as Dahlia, like as you say that, you hear a loud booming, like rolling, booming thunder come outside, or from outside.
Okay, go. Are we downstairs? I guess we go to the front porch.
You could also go to the alcove over here.
Gerbo like leans out the window and like looks out the window from the bed, like not getting out of bed.
Of course, right. Gerbo, as you look on, you see in the distance, and I don't know the perspective. Like, I'll just say that when you look outside, you see very dark, rolling storm clouds.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, yeah, go ahead, keep going. So, Brondir, you're gonna step out in the alcove and look.
Yep.
Of the balcony, I mean. Yeah, kind of, yeah.
I'm gonna say he lights his pipe as he's walking outside.
Okay. As you do, there's a few like droplets of rain, like fat droplets of rain that kind of hit your face. And when you look up, you'll see more of those clouds kind of obscuring the sky. And it looks as if there's lightning that kind of shoots through the clouds. And it's all in the direction back to Abdeos and the Wind Temple. And then you hear another booming thunder, and this one's loud enough you feel it, then hear it.
Same. I'm gonna Brondir forcefully.
Same. Someone say same. It's like, oh, that's great. Okay.
I'm gonna say like Brondir, like what's the word? Not forcefully, but just like has a big presence that exudes like it's business time again. It's like, all right, time to go.
He steals himself.
Yes.
He walks into Gerbo's chambers and grabs his ankle and pulls him along.
Perfect.
All
exactly.
I
No, it will not be the last
the
either.
red covers and pull the red covers with me.
Okay. Man.
Stella sees Brondir dragging Gerbo down the hall from the apothecary. What's going on? Is that thunder?
A storm, a very large one, is heading particularly for Abdeos. I believe our time is up here, and I also think I've grown an accent.
All the British accents around you.
Are you gonna have a water bottle? Are you British?
Say banana. Say banana. So bad.
Back to Abdeos. I believe our time is up here.
That's true, yeah.
I've done accents twice now, and it is hard to maintain. I think sometimes Chella's like Yennefer of Vangenberg, and sometimes she's like Hermione.
Yeah.
It just comes out.
Yennefer.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, imagine how I feel. I guess I do it to myself, but anyway. I can see it.
She was part of my inspiration, actually. Yeah, I really like the haughtiness. A lot of that kind of comes from Yennefer.
Nice. So, Dahlia. So I'd say Bronder, you're kind of like going downstairs. You're still like basically dragging Gerbo along.
I'll
I
say
assume.
for the stairs
Okay.
and like start clapping like, time to go. And I'm gonna go look for Edwin, or not Edwin. I just called him Edwin.
The Maestro.
Maestro.
He's actually down in what you assume is kind of the kitchen area, actually. It looked like he was preparing a meal.
Oh.
The zombies are just lined up against a blank wall, staring at the wall like they're in timeout.
Yes. I will say that they are like they have in their hands like the herbs you gathered. One of them just has empty hands because he didn't find anything, but it's covered in dirt. And the other ones have like the supplies that you wanted just
She like goes
sitting
down the
there.
line and she's like, thank you, you're adult," and goes back to join the others.
But yeah, the Maestro sees that you guys are starting to head for the door, including the tieflings. He's like, "Oh, wait, what? Oh." And he starts desperately handing you guys a meal as you're walking out the door, like just a to-go.
Yeah, Bronzy, we're not in that much of a hurry, are we?
I don't have a good feeling about this. I think that's
Another boom of thunder peals across the sky, and you've
Have there been storms like this lately? Is this any different than what you've been seeing?
Brondir. When you look outside, are you going to look outside again at the thunder or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna like peek out the window and be like,
When you do, you see that the wind has picked up and the trees are starting to sway harder and harder.
the horses are probably unsettled.
They're neighing.
Same? Oh.
It does, I think, but I'd have to load in that part of the map. I don't have it in there right now. Let's see. I think it exists. I'm pretty sure it does in this pack of like pictures. Yeah, I think it does. I just have to find it. Cuz it's like I have like there's like gosh, this mansion map has 177 items to it. Some of them are literally like pictures of items, and others are parts of maps. So
That's fun.
it's definitely got it. That's all I'm saying. Yes, it's worth it. It's just there's a lot of details. Like, okay, so there is another building outside of this one. I'll just call that probably the stable area. The barn, yeah. Yeah, good. I don't know if I guess it'd be survival for that. I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I guess.
Oh, damn.
Joe.
Aphelion, with your survival check,
You are just meteorologist Ned Permy.
you look at the storm. You look at this storm, and it looks like, you think that there could very well be a tornado that comes out of this thing.
Oh shit. Severe weather warning.
Does it look natural? Does it look like a natural storm to Aphelion?
Aphelion, I will say that based on what you like the weather you knew of like yesterday and last night to today, it seems really weird that this like it seems like too short of an amount of time for this sort of like storm system to like develop. So you think it might very well be magically related. Not really. It seems as though the trajectory of it is it's just right. It's a large storm system that seems to be right above Abdeos. It doesn't seem to be moving. Yeah, that's true. I'll just say that it looks as if it is travel. Yeah, it's coming up from the coast. Not really, unless you just traveled northward inland, I guess. Not go to Florida.
I roll over. So you're telling me I got dragged out of bed just to tell me I can go back to bed? Well, we didn't get many storms where I'm from, so I would imagine it would wake me up.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
allegedly, the Maestro has us taken care of. He doesn't want us to protect him, so he can protect himself. So maybe he can protect us from whatever tornadoes are coming.
I just have a very bad feeling about this. I don't even know what it might be, but
Well, it's probably the wind temple, right?
It must. Well,
Stella, could you possibly observe from above?
Shella like cracks her neck in a few directions, and rolls her.
Oh.
She looks out the window. She's gonna roll like a perception, I guess, to see if it looks like something that she's safe to fly in
Sure.
based on like her own abilities.
You think that it could be rough, but you could probably fly in it.
Okay.
Practical advice.
Cool.
I'll give it a go. She steps outside and kind of like tries to get a sense of the direction of the winds, and then she'll take her wild shape as the biggest, sturdiest bird that she can think of,
Nice.
as a giant eagle, black with the white streak running.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Very good.
And
Okay.
she beats her wings and kind of gets buffeted around a bit as she's
Yeah.
in the ground, and tries to fly up into the cloud layer.
Okay. You're flying up into the cloud layer, and like you said, like as you're approaching the storm, the winds are buffeting you about, but you're still managing to maintain course. And as you are getting closer, it looks like you think you see something in the clouds. You see some like faster movement than just like the clouds themselves. It looks just like a shadow.
Like one shadow? Is it a big shadow?
Yes.
One large shadow in the clouds.
And as you're getting closer, lightning is going to strike like within the cloud and illuminate it. And that's when you're going to see it.
Lay the picture on me, Drew. Lay it
Damn
on.
it.
A giant bird.
So good.
Amazing.
Massive.
Tell me more about the bird.
as it is flying along, electricity is crackling out from its wings and its body, and it seems to be flying around almost in like a circular motion
Oh, that's really.
within the storm system.
And when you say giant, like how many times larger is it than the giant eagle?
How big is a giant eagle? Gosh, what's its size? Gigantic? Oh damn!
Hold on.
Well, this thing is probably
Is it like Songbird on Bioshock?
on what?
Bioshock Infinite?
Giant eagle is large beast.
A large.
Yeah.
Well, this is a size above that, so that would be gigantic, I believe.
Okay.
So, in a word, very, very big.
Okay. I'm assuming this is like otherworldly.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. And it looks like it's controlling the storm or creating it or something.
Yeah, you were saying it was flying circles.
It's definitely related to the storm, yes.
Like a lightning is emanating from it.
That's very cool.
Do I see any of the Aarakocra flying around?
Roll perception with disadvantage.
Come on. Oh. Hey, not bad.
As you are getting, and again, the wind is starting to pick up, and it's getting harder and harder for you to actually like fly upwards, deeper into this cloud layer. You do see what looks to be a few of the Aarakocra that are trying to like fly around or within the vicinity of the storm bird.
Okay.
But as you're watching them, one of them is struck by lightning and falls dead out of the clouds.
Oh shoot. Okay, so I can't really.
Risky as hell.
I thought at first those were going to be like the sycophants that conjured it or like brought it from the other world, but now I don't know if they were like trying to stop it, or if it has just they've lost control of whatever they brought in. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it could be. Okay. Either way, this sounds really bad. Chella's gonna try to get out of there and back to the mansion.
Okay.
And she, hold on, let me do my acrobatics for my landing.
Oh my gosh!
No!
It skids up.
I'm just gonna say that as you're prepping for a landing and spreading your wings out, what happens is there's a buffet, like a gust of wind that like throws off your balance, and so you start tumbling. You just tumble down and end up hitting yourself on a tree.
Great.
Oh man.
Awesome.
You're near the mansion though.
She kind of like shakes her eagle head and then awkwardly like eagle stalks towards the mansion.
What does that look like? Can you
Very enacted. This is not charade. She's just not meant to.
Is it like pigeons the way pigeons walk?
I think she kind of has her head is like down and level, like with her shoulders, and she's kind of like trying to like with her wings back behind her, like trying to cut through the grounds back to the mansion.
Yeah.
She's gonna keep her wild. She doesn't want to like waste it.
So you're gonna come into the mansion as a giant eagle?
She's gonna stop on the. She's gonna like move up to the balcony, and she's gonna like
you're gonna peck the glass and shatter it.
She's gonna free from the balcony to get everyone to come
you
up
could
there.
just land on the balcony. It's fine. Like you can probably be okay.
I want to waddle and be weird and yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, babies. Yes, those are the noises she's making. Yes, thank you.
There you go. That's what that's what I think of when I think of a giant eagle. Yeah. Perfect.
Very melodic. And she's waiting on the balcony.
Okay, so I assume, Brondir, others would be there to greet him, or to greet her as she comes down.
She's going to give all of you a haughty stare while she's waiting.
Okay,
She
I'll
can't-
just. There you go. There you go. Say you're right there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Nice. Gerbo is gonna be out of bed now and on the patio with everybody else.
She like digs a foot at the balcony impatiently.
This is going to be faster than
Okay,
actually portrayed, I hope.
Ron, you can't speak with animals.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
What is it? What, Chella? You seem refuse to come back to human form.
You're going to need to get back to Abdeos faster than those horses can carry you, and I'm not about to waste one of my transformations. The druid's gone mad. I'm in some sort of celestial lightning bird beast that's driving the storm. They're going to be attacking the town.
And this is bad, but what else can we do to help?
Nothing from here. I think you're right. We should go.
Well, and what's your plan? Take us one by one?
Good.
She could probably
Well,
take
the way
you
I-
and Gerbo.
Gerbo is small enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it doesn't weigh anything, I think I can carry the three of you. Our tiefling friends may have to make their own way back.
Well then, Gerbo, where did that cover go from the king size bed?
I turn around and go and grab it.
All right.
I
Chella,
don't even know if Gerbo could carry it. It's a king size blanket.
I
Like you can
can
drag
drag
it across
it.
the ground, I guess.
Definitely dragging it. I'm not.
stairs.
It's way too like cumbersome to do anything else with it.
Mm.
Or better yet, a bearskin blanket.
People have asked online, how much can a giant eagle carry? 5e.
Yep.
So
Of course they have.
article says a maximum load of 480 pounds, given the full stat block.
So like Brondeer's like half of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that,
I think you could.
let me see what my stat sheet says.
Well, how much do you weigh?
Not very much.
We've never played.
I mean, that weight matters.
Yeah, we've never done a conference before, but I'm just curious now.
Let me see. Description. I weigh 164 pounds.
Wow. Yeah.
So about one.
Weight is not documented, but I guarantee I weigh probably 80 pounds. I mean,
It's that bearskin rug, isn't it?
I mean, the bearskin rug probably does add 10 pounds to me.
At least.
But we should be good.
I think I mean, a Fellion's got to be super lightweight.
Safer, more efficient means of travel before.
Because you've been too selfish to use it as Chella. Chella's been like, you will not.
Is there something you can cast to give her advantage on strength?
Yeah, we'd fall from the heights.
I mean, lightning can strike things. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Funny. That's funny. All right, well, let's try it this once, I guess.
Yeah.
Chella like lowers her eagle head to shoulder height like a climb on board gesture and puts one wing like down and out to the side for Gerbo.
There you go. Just here's your ramp.
I throw the king sheet on top of Chella like a covering.
She
For that to be a little like stork type carrier,
Oh,
where
Like-
she carries this in her talons.
we could do that too.
Oh my god, that's amazing!
that might be more secure. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure it would be, and also it'd give her more mobility on her.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
There'd be
true.
less risk of Gerbo just being blown off of your back and
Yeah.
falling thousands of feet. to
When
his death.
Gerbo throws the blanket on Chella, she like glares at him, and you get the distinct impression that she's giving you the evil eye, but as an eagle. She's like trying to, but she's an eagle. So
her haughtiness goes beyond species.
right. That's amazing.
transspecial haughtiness.
So we get in the bag, the sheet, like a bag of marbles, and then
Yeah.
then Chella freaking carries us like a bag
So
of marbles.
y'all won't be able to see anything.
No,
I'm just gonna say that Leo and Titus and Dahlia are all, now at the balcony, and they're gonna ask you, what's happening? What's going on?
Gotta go. Need you for later.
I guess we're going to have to figure out our own way back, huh?
Chella like screeches.
Hmm.
still screeching.
Chella just screeches.
Yeah. The Maestro is just simply going to bow
That's it.
as you guys are leaving.
I
Chella.
hold the egg McMuffin he made for me up.
Perfect. Very, very good. And obviously he will have bacon for you, yes. Yeah. It's
Chella
all right.
she like bobs her head a few times like the thing birds do. Like trying to
Yeah.
Wow.
Do druids eat bacon?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not. I mean, I'm sure some of them are vegan, but definitely not all of them. I bet.
Oh.
Yes, definitely.
Especially not an eagle.
Like, I don't know. Would Chella be more like a vegan or?
Oh, no, she's not. Because
No,
again,
I mean,
the whole thing, like the soul of stuff, she knows like the soul is gone out of the body after death. It's just a shell to her.
yeah,
She has no reverence for corporeal forms.
Nice.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine there are probably some druidic circles that are that hippy dippy, where they're just big old vegans and pacifists and everything else. Yeah, that's true. I could see that.
Yeah. All right, Chella bundles you guys up snug as a bug in a rug. And
Yeah, boy.
lifts you into the air stork style.
This is so good.
Will Gerbo take that?
Oh yeah, for sure. Gerbo's gonna take it, and I'm gonna be so excited because I'm gonna get on the owl, and I'm gonna look at Chella and be like, yo, like, I got you.
It's cold.
It's a little cold. Yeah.
Gerbo might suffer from hypothermia. We don't know.
Think about how hard the owl has to pedal to keep
I
up.
know, right?
That's true, to keep up with it.
It
Right.
could follow her draft.
Yeah, it could probably follow in its wake, in her wake, I guess. Her airstream.
Mm-hmm. It's probably like
Chemtrail.
yep.
So
Cool.
Yes. Standard procedure.
Right. Right before you get to the ground. Face step.
I could actually imagine like the training where they just are like they just drop you 1,000 feet. You just have to figure out how to survive it. But okay, so you guys are flying off into the storm, and that's where
Houston.
like I said, he's just simply going to bow and do deference to you guys.
All right.
But yeah, that's where I'm going to end it at. I think that's a good place to stop.
Great exposition.
This is fun. This is good. I felt like that whole mansion experience was a really good time.
And it like gives us a goal. Like we have some hope now. We have a way after Bertrand made it sound like we were fighting a losing battle. Now we have some hope that maybe there's a chance. There's a way to
We get other gods on our side.
yeah,
Well, the fact that there are
other gods.
Mm-hmm. That's really interesting.
If we find the song, we have to find Kalora and Malcor's songs. How do we even do that?
But even more than that, if we find a song for any realm, we can go to that realm.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
true. That's true.
That's
How will
very
we
cool.
find these songs? Have we come
Is
across
this
any?
is this literally like Zelda?
No.
kind of is sorta.
Good themes repeat themselves. Good themes.
This
repeat.
is
Start
this
playing
is but now you guys have a base of operations you can go back to.
I
It's
like
cool.
it.
No, it's cool.
I like it. We need a name for it. How are we going to refer to the mansion?
The crib.
I just Gerbo. Yes, this is my crib.
My crib.
The rib crib.
The rib crib.
Oh yeah, super like that. Cribbed.
Oh,
Yes,
Tim.
Tim
Timna.
with an N.
Tim.
Thank you. I don't know if anyone else got that.
Yeah, I don't know what you would call it. I guess that's up to you, I suppose.
Or what if we called it like what's a name for like a music school or a concert hall?
Conservatory.
The conservatory.
That's very fancy.
Yeah, and it reminds me of Clue, and so does the map.
Yeah.
The conservatory.
But yes, obviously that sort of stuff the Maestro's talking about is all in the end game.
The end game.
Ah, the auditorium. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. That's fun.
Yeah. Sure. Symphonium, would that be one of them? Or no? Well,
Or the Orpheum. The Orpheum. The
the Orpheum sounds pretty cool, actually, I'm not gonna lie.
that just came into my brain.
I like it.
It's like a little ominous.
Well, to be fair, this place is a little ominous, probably, even with it being like pure, like more purified and stuff. But
I like it.
Yeah, there is kind of that.
I was going to say mostly cello.
Cella is the gothic vibe.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, good.
Substitute.
GG. Good game, guys. Good
Yep.
session.
I think our next session is on the
Yeah.
the 29th.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while because I go to nights tomorrow. Like I'm gonna try to
No,
stay
the
up.
31st.
I'm gonna try to stay up tonight because I gotta work tomorrow night.
The 31st. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, that's doable. By then, I'll have had my second vaccine shot. Well, no, never mind. It would be the following week I would get it.
Nice.
Yeah. And that's when I'll hit my symptoms. Probably like the
Nah.
after effects.
It won't be too bad. Hopefully it won't be too bad for you.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. Most people are. I'm so glad you're getting it. Zach,
I'm glad I
Brett,
have the first one.
have y'all gotten yours?
Yeah, I got mine that weekend I had drill. My first one.
Did you get Pfizer or Moderna? I'm curious.
Moderna, I think.
Mhm.
That's the Dolly Parton one, right?
It's
What's
the
the
what?
Dolly Parton one? I think it is.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
Yeah.
What happened with Dolly?
She funded the research.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Dolly Parton's actually done a lot of good. Just in general.
She's like amazing. It's kind of wild.
She's one of my heroes. I just like I had a brain fart just then, but I'm kind of obsessed with Dolly Parton. I heard her on Brene Brown's podcast several months ago, and ever since then I like talk about all of her virtues to anybody who will listen to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They tried to build a statue of her this year, and she was like, I don't know,
Nah.
too much going down in the world. Thanks, but maybe you shouldn't.
Yeah, try me
Do
again.
something else with that, please.
Yeah. No, I like Dolly. She's all right by me. This episode is sponsored by Dolly Parton.
Yeah, I wish.
Dolly Parton.
Yeah, boy.
Stampede now.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Oh, it's the Stampede. Okay.
just Dolly Parton Stampede.
Yeah, she took Dixie out of it because she's more concerned about making sure that people feel comfortable and safe than she is her own brand. So, I like Dolly.
I just say it ain't right. That's all I got.
I don't like it.
That's the whole reason I wanted to go.
South will rise again.
There you go.
Oh my god.
So good to see you guys.
Yeah, good to see
A little bit. But
Yes, we ended on a good transition note.
yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm stoked to see.
High drama.
Yeah, I'm stoked to see kind of what comes of this. So
Reminds me of there's a scene in Rescuers Down Under where like there's that hawk and he flies into like a stormy scene. I can't remember exactly. It's been a long time, but
is this Chippendale Rescue Rangers?
no. Rescuers Down Under.
Oh, please. Let me
Rescuers with the mice. Rescue Rangers were chipmunks.
Mm.
Oh, I don't know this one.
Oh, that was my favorite movie growing up. My mom said that whenever the boy Cody would talk, I would talk because I knew all the words.
That's funny.
Like, yeah, I distinctly remember that hawk scene. But yeah.
Oh yeah. You're
Is the
right.
link I just sent, is that correct, Zach?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's way different than I remembered it being. But yeah, I do remember that. I remember that was a thing, though.
Oh, it's
I
so
think-
funny that you have like fragment memories like
I
that.
think I was mixing this with the crow off of We're Back, with like the green eye.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was mixing
That
those
was-
two things together.
That was a genuinely like just that old man and all that was
Pretty
kind of
disturbing.
creepy. Pretty creepy for a kid's
Yeah.
like villain. I
So,
felt
like-
like.
Aura of that crow with the size of that hawk and Rescuer's down.
Yeah,
That's the amount of determination we're heading into Deus with.
that's right. That's your determination.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll circle back around to our goodbyes for a third time. So.
Yep.
Good.
All right. Later. Bye.
Dudes,
Bye,
bye-bye.
guys.
Bye, guys.